I lost it. Like, wait, that's not kind of like Jump. It's like Jump. It's like Van Halen. All right, I've set aside my scratch now. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, Lounge Lizards, one and all. Happy Sunday to everyone hanging out with us tonight. You are in the EB Lounge. I am EB of said lounge, and we are rocking what we like to call the Mos EB Cantina. Welcome in, friends. Lounge Lizards, one and all. It's great to have you with us tonight. Paracoda, Arcana Eclipse, two of our cool, groovy mods hanging out with us tonight, doing all the cool things that mods do, moving songs around, taking requests, answering questions, pointing to where the bathroom is, taking drink orders, and, you know, banning occasional trolls. They do all the things. Welcome in to Paracoda, Arcana Eclipse. Good to have you guys here. So friends, if you have any questions, let them know what's going on. I'll be happy to help you out. What's going on with cool people? Sharewag with the first request in. Looks like got the gold star tonight. Again, Sharewag just crushing it. Way to go, Sharewag. Good to see y'all hanging out with us tonight. We are rocking what we like to call our request-driven piano lounge stream tonight. So if there's something you'd like to hear, all you have to do is follow the link that we have posted and pinned in our chat. It's a link to the eblounge.com song list site. Head on over there, find a tune that you dig, hit the request button next to it, adds it right to our queue, which is right up there. And if you're a vertical, it's everywhere now. It's vertical everywhere, just slightly different corners. There you go. Let us know if there is something you'd like to hear just by adding that song straight to our queue. You don't need to ask permission. You just need to hit that button. Push the button. Push all the buttons. This is one of the rare times where I ask someone to push my buttons. Indeed. We'll be happy to play something for you. Before we do that, though, we're going to go ahead and go through a little bit of what we like to call the EB song cycle. I'm going to go ahead and get my fingers warmed up, give you a few minutes to head over to that song list so we can get this queue, well, queued up. Take a look over there, check out some tunes, find something you dig. Happy to play it for you. We love to be able to let you help us choose our adventure tonight. Let you set the course, the trajectory. You can be our navigator, one song at a time. I would much rather play something that I know that you're going to enjoy. So let us know what vood? The vood. It's a mood plus vibe. It's the vood. I was shooting that. What mood you'd like us to create? What vibe you're feeling? Cool? Cool. Meanwhile, I'm going to do a little thing we call the EB song cycle. Get my fingers warmed up. It's so great to have you with us tonight. Hope you've had a killer weekend. And hope we can pregame your upcoming week to your satisfaction. Let us know how we can help. Let us know what we can play for you. Thanks again for being here. I'm EB. This is Mos EB Cantina. Let's get some song cycles going, shall we? what key was in. And B. There we go. And you go through all 12 of them, you're like, wait, where am I sometimes? There's the 5. Friends, that concludes our EB song cycle / warm-ups for the night. And as you can see by the requester, if you are anywhere remotely familiar with, well, Highlander, you might guess or surmise what our request by the illustrious Jazz Dragon channel mascot, Sidrelax, is. Coming up here in just a sec. We always like to give the first request to the guy who breathes fire around here. The guy who can probably eat 7 of us in one bite. That would be Sid the Jazz Dragon. He's a very friendly dragon, but let's just work on keeping him that way. So we always like to give the first request to them. And we're going to be kicking it off with one of the standout tracks from said movie, said film, Highlander, which was done pretty much exclusively by these kind of an indie punk band called Queen. They had a few hits in their day. They pretty much did the whole soundtrack to that movie Highlander back in I want to say circa 1986. Feel free to fact check me on that. Excellent album, excellent soundtrack, and one of my all-time favorite Queen tunes. It's a bit of a deep cut, but if you know your Queen, you'll know the tune. And we're going to be playing that for next for Sidrelax, Sid the Jazz Dragon, channel mascot. If I flip over here, you can probably see him in a second. He's such a cool dude. We like Sid. He's a good dude. Requests great songs. That's me, though. The little guy waving there. That's me. So we got that dialed in. Let me go ahead and check in with chat, see how everybody's doing. Welcome into Ladyberry. Welcome in. Welcome into Killer 05. Ladyberry, our newest mod here at the EB Lounge. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a killer week, killer weekend. Killer 05, I know you had a killer weekend because you were crushing the guitar earlier this morning, dude. That was a lot of fun. Killer 05 jamming with one of our recent guests. Killer 05 was showing her how to play guitar. She's like, you know what? It was pretty good. You're on EB Lounge on Mos EB Cantina a couple nights ago. You did pretty good. That's good. Let me show you a couple like tricks though that EB really likes. He was like showing her all the mad skills this morning, rocking the guitar. She did some pretty serious bass though, didn't she? She was a lot of fun. She crushed the bass. Mickey P, who hung out with us. If you've not seen some of the videos that we're dropping recently, we'll be dropping several, and Mickey P will be joining us back on an official stream coming up real soon September 22nd, I want to say, we're going to be doing EB plus Mickey P here in the EB Lounge Star Wars Studio. Come, make sure to put that on your calendars. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, cool people. We're going to rock the next tune. Yes, thank you for dialing that in for me. I think, is it Arcana? Are you holding down the song list for tonight? Are you the keeper of the queue? Nice. Excellent. Awesome. Well, this is a beautiful tune. Folks, let us know if there's anything that we can play for you. I am EB, you're in the EB Lounge, and this is Mos EB Cantina. This is our piano lounge that is request driven. So if you have a song that you'd like us to play, you just let us know. Our mods, we got 3 of the coolest mods around hanging out. Paracoda, Arcana Eclipse, and Ladyberry are all 3 in the house. Or I guess in the spaceship? In the Corellian freighter? Whatever perspective you prefer. So if you have any requests, any kind of need of assistance, just let them know. Put it in chat. They'll be happy to help you out. Meanwhile, I'm going to play the very first one for our illustrious channel mascot, Sid the Jazz Dragon. Connor McSid from the Highlander soundtrack. Queens, Who Wants to Live Forever. Thanks for being here. From Lady Berry, it's been a good weekend. Hung out with the parents, the parental units, and moved some more stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be a process for a while, isn't it? Like in the house, now all the things that need to still be moved into the house, and then listen, if you actually get everything unboxed within year 1, you're way ahead of most people, including me. Obsidiac, welcome in. Who does indeed want to live forever, my friend? Isn't it a great tune? Such a great tune, buddy. Kilo 5. It's such a great tune. Such a great tune. All right, cool people. Let's do this. Thanks for being here. Let us know what we can play for you. Kilo 5, Obsidiac, what can we play for you tonight, guys? Hit us up in the queue. Follow that link in all of our chats that's pinned and posted. We'd love to play something for you. Thanks again. I'm EB. You're in EB Lounge, and this is Mos EB Cantina with Queens, Who Wants to Live Forever. Queen, who wants to live forever, by request for our Jazz Dragon channel mascot, Connor McSid. Kicking us off with our very first tune for the night. Friends, I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge. Welcome into the Mos EB Cantina. Welcome in. We got some great requests already in the queue. Looking forward to playing these for you. It's what I do. Yep, that's what I do. So none of us feel blue. Awesome. Fabulous. Let's do that. Boom. Alright, cool. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, cool. Awesome. Man, we got some great requests in the queue already, folks. Thanks for being here tonight. Happy Sunday to all y'all, unless you're already in Monday, which some of you may very well be. So, hope you had a great weekend. Thank you to Sharewag, thank you for the snap, thank you to Lady Berry, thank you Killer05. From Killer5, any film that Sean Connery and his money, some better than others for sure. You know, like Highlander 2, for instance. We want, or Highlander 3 for them. Just saying. They could have just stopped right where they were at. Well, the getting was good. The TV show wasn't too bad. I heard they actually came out with an animated version of Highlander, or like some Highlander, the series, cartoon animated series or something. I want to say that was a thing. Again, feel free to fact check me on that. I think, I never saw it, but I feel like that was a thing once. Friends, it's so great to have you with us tonight. We've got some great requests coming up next. We've got requests already in for Killer05, Obsidiac, Arcana Eclipse, and another one for Sharewag. The gold star goes to Sharewag with the first request in for the night. Happy to play that for you, my friend. How many of y'all saw the Dylan biopic with, of course, I had to blank. I can see his face. Dune. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Timothy Chalamet, right? Wait. Oh yeah, Highlander 2 only had Connery going for it. That was about it. Yep. That's very accurate. Oh my gosh. Timothy Chalamet. That's right. Yes. Indeed. Yeah, right? Yeah. Man, that was a great film. I really enjoyed seeing that. And we're going to go ahead and keep the thing rolling with another Bob Dylan tune by request for Sharewag. See if we can get that served up there, up on the queue there. You guys got that okay? Also, we're gonna test something right now. While you guys are getting the song dialed in, I'm gonna do a little something. How about that? Look at that. Boom! There it is. Oh, I wonder if we can make an alert on that on screen too. That'd be great. I gotta figure. Okay, so it did it there. Awesome. All right. Cool. Just making sure. What? Somebody redeemed Light It Up. Oh my gosh. The force is really strong in this one. I guess we should probably do that. 1 second, please. We have a very special Twitch community request thing that we're going to do right now. By some wild and crazy Jedi master. These things aren't just for show, folks. They're pretty cool, right? Isn't that cool? Love it. Ooh, it even has responsive action. There we go. There's one. Just making sure everything worked over there. Ooh, lightsabers. Exactly. Indeed. Also, hot pink shorts EB's wearing. Did you see? If nothing else, if you get me to do lightsabers, you get to see what I'm actually wearing for shorts. There you go. In this case, which was brighter? EB's shorts or the lightsabers? I don't know. Just saying. right, friends, with that, shall we do some Dylan? All right, we got dialed in. Here we go, folks. Thanks so much for being here. Let us know if there's something we can play for you. We're going to be taking requests for at least another hour or so we'd love to get something dialed in for you. We've got some requests in the queue. Still plenty of time and space to get yours in to let it have its moment to shine. Hook us up. We'll hook you up. Thanks for being here. This is Dylan's Blowing in the Wind for Sherwag. Fashion show indeed. Hey, let's go. Welcome in also. I just saw over here too. Argas, welcome in. Can you play? Yes, thank you for being here. Welcome in also to Robert Faulkner. Thanks guys for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with us over in the YouTube universe. Glad to have you with us tonight. Let us know if there's anything we can play for you. We'd be glad to hook you up. Just follow the link that's posted and pinned in our chat to our streamer song list. Any request from there is free, and you can take a look at how you can request things that aren't on that list also as well there. Thanks for being here. Bob Dylan, classic, legendary, iconic tune. The answer, my friends, is Blowing in the Wind. By request for Sherwag. First request in officially for the evening here at EB Lounge, Mos EB Cantina. It's great to have you with us. I'm EB of said lounge. We're taking your requests all stream long to close the queue up here in about an hour or so. So get the requests in while the getting is good. It's great to have you with us. Awesome. That was Blowing in the Wind for Sherwag. We've got plenty more requests coming in. Oh, nice. We got one for Lady Berry as well. Just got to add a Killer 05 Obsidiac. But before that, we're going to get some Godspell on. I'm going to get that dialed in for my friend, for Arcana Clips, fellow musical appreciator, lover, like me. Yes. Get that dialed in there for you, my friend. There it is. Boom. I lived in Atlanta for 4 years, back in the day, and that was probably the best run of just back-to-back theatrical performances at some of the best places in Atlanta that you could play. Really, it was really cool. I got in with sort of a mid-level theatrical place, and then just kind of kept working those and kept getting some opportunities after that, and worked in some of the best places in DeKalb and Fulton County. And but the last one was pretty much the last top tier that you can get in that isn't union, because I wasn't a union guy. There's two theatrical outfits. That's funny that I said that. The theatrical outfit is the name of the place that I worked at that did not actually have union to it. So that was the name of the place. But there were two other ones that were down in there that were union, but one of the best known ones was the theatrical outfit. And I actually moved from Atlanta to Greenville, and as I was moving, I was playing this show, Godspell, that's coming up next. So I was sort of middle of the run as we were also making the move from Atlanta down to Greenville, up the road. Oh my gosh, Arcana, sorry, long day. Actually fainted today from heat stroke, so just recovering. Oh my gosh, dude. That's not good. We'll take it easy, my friend. All the hydration, all the rest, my friend. Hope you're feeling okay, but hope you're feeling okay now. Thank you, Paragraph, for throwing that in for the live learn as well. From Lady Berry, my husband is listening, and as I stepped away, he said, EB said you can request songs not on the list. Is this true? Yes. And that's what Paragraph added for there, was the live learn request. We call those live learns around here. You can get more of the info following that link as well, and you can go to our song list. It's all on there. Oh, that's right. I didn't know if he was doing a special thing. Gotcha. No worries, Lady Bear. You got it, my friend. I hope you're doing better, my friend. We'll go ahead and get, guys, we can get day by day dialed in. That'd be awesome. No worries, you guys. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. We went to the cosplay event yesterday from Arcana Clips. Had a lot of fun. Excellent. Cool. Love in Deep Space was the cosplay. Was that you did? Was that right? Awesome. All right, friends, coming up. Yeah, man, that was such a fun. But that was the last show that I played in Atlanta was Godspell, and it was just a killer cast and killer crew, killer talent. Man, it was so much fun. Just phenomenal show. That was the only time I've played Godspell. I've seen it a couple times, but this is the only time I ever played in the pit, and that was awesome. Enough for me to get completely hooked on the tunes. So I'm glad to have an excuse to play these tunes again, my friend. Thank you. Yep, Zane from Love and Deep Space for his birthday. There you go. Awesome, my friend. Friends, let us know if there's anything we can play for you. This is for Arcana Eclipse from Godspell, Day by Day. Well, Stephen Schwartz, his first big musical acclaim, and he did a few after that. You may have heard of him, like Wicked, and so many more. Here we go. Day by Day from Godspell by request for our EB mod Arcana Eclipse. Little Steven Schwartz. Great tune, great tune. You know what? Also, every time that I hear or play or think of this tune, it makes me, in addition to thinking of the amazing talent of Steven Schwartz, it also makes me think of the amazing, inimitable talent of Ben Stiller. For those of you who have ever seen the movie Meet the Parents. Because, I don't know if you've seen the movie, Ben Stiller has put on the spot by the Robert De Niro character saying, "Hey, Ben, could you say grace for us?" And his character's like, sure. And he starts reciting the lyrics to Day by Day for the prayer. For like, that's very nice. Yeah. Which is pretty great. It's pretty great. Indeed. Indeed. Nice little inside reference on Godspell there. Friends, I'm EB, you're in the EB Lounge. Welcome into the Mos EB Cantina. It's great to have you with us tonight as we are rocking our Sunday together, taking your songs and playing them, serving them up for you hot and fresh EB Lounge style. Let's see what we've got coming up in the queue. That was for Arcana Eclipse. Coming up next, we've got requests. We got an anonymous request for some Creep. We've got some Lady Berry and some Keeler 5. But before that, Obsidiac's request. Oh yeah, getting the Disney on. Excelente. You got it, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. See here. I wonder. Do that? No, it doesn't. Ooh, although. I'm planning nothing out of the ordinary. What are you talking about? Nothing except for exactly what is in the queue. What? EB play an impromptu medley? That's on point. That's pretty much on par, actually. Yeah. Oh man, let me catch up in chat. We've got it all dialed in for us here, friends. Let's see what's going on with chat here. Excellent. Ooh, not in my ambulance. Welcome in, my friend. I see your request in as well. Fabuloso. Very, very cool. Robert Faulkner, if you're still hanging out with us, Argus, if you're still hanging out with us, let us know if there's something we can play for you over in the YouTube universe. Glad to have you guys hanging out. Not in my ambulance. Good to see you, my friend. How's your world treating you? And thank you for the request as well. Fantastic. Yeah, little Floyd. Fantastic. You got it. Awesome. Yep. All right. I think we're all caught up. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and do it. A little rough, if I'm honest, but I'm trying to work through that. Hey, you know what, my friend? You can be honest around here. And thanks for letting us know. And thanks for giving me a great tune to play. And I hope it hits the spot for you tonight. That's all you can do, right? Working through it is better than not. And it sounds like you're doing the right thing then. Sorry it's not. Sorry it's rough though. Sorry it's rough for you, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Now you can go through it with us here tonight. I'm glad I can play you a song. Thanks for sharing it with us. It's good to have you. Friends, let's play a tune for Obsidiac, shall we? A little Beauty and the Beast. Maybe a surprise or two along the way. It's great to have you with us. Tonight, I'm EB, you're in the EB Lounge, and this is Mos EB Cantina. Beauty and the Beast. Good job, mods. Catching the medley transition. Because it was indeed starting off with Beauty and the Beast and went, of course, into the Hercules. Chart topper, go the distance. Indeed. Friends, I'm EB. You were in the EB Lounge. That was a little request for... Wait, what was that request for? Oh my gosh, I just spaced. So we did Beauty and the Beast. Obsidiac! Yes. A request for Obsidiac. Hope you enjoyed the double feature. Not a bug, it's a feature. It's a double feature, in fact. Hope you enjoyed that, my friend. Thanks for the request. Thanks for the excuse to play all those tunes and stuff. Friends, I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge. We are playing our request-driven piano lounge stream. We like to call around here the Mos EB Cantina. This is indeed the way. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. Happy Sunday. Hope we're pre-gaming your week with a plum. A plum. Now, a plum, although if you like plums, you can have one. Or prunes, dried or fully ripe, whatever. Yeah, but we're doing with a plum, hopefully. Welcome in. Killer 05 says, having my girls guess which songs are in the medley. Nice, nice. We've gotten several mentions recently, Killer 5. We should do like an all Disney night one night, or just like an all Disney kind of thematic, or we could probably do that. I might just do like an all animated one and make that just like a powerful, like just a power name that tune night. That could be kind of fun. Like do a both and, or just name that tune plus like, and the theme tonight is Disney and or Disney adjacent. That could be fun. Indeed. From a city, I loved it. Thank you. Go the distance. My second babe. Oh my gosh. Crushed it. That's awesome, dude. I'm so glad that we dialed that in. That's awesome. So that was perfect. Second after, you've got a friend. Oh yeah. I do love me some Randy Newman, and that I love me that Randy Newman especially. That's such a great tune. I tried to convince one of my students to learn that one actually earlier this week. He was like, nah, not really. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. I mean, it is your piano lesson. You can learn what you want to. But yes, want to mark the song? Oh, thank you, Lady Bear. You got it, Paracoda. Cool. Paracoda's giving Lady Bear all the options. Love it. Awesome. Y'all rock. Friends, thanks so much for being here tonight. You got it, not in my ambulance. Absolutely, my friend. Appreciate it, my friend. Indeed. Awesome, cool people. Fabulous. Oop. I forgot to pause over here. Let me pause that over there. There we go. Fabulous. All right, cool people. We'll continue to rock and roll this thing. Let's see what else we got coming up. Thank you much for the subscription as well. We have someone who subscribed over in YouTube saying, hey, this is kind of cool, this EB Lounge guy. Maybe we'll catch him later. Thanks so much. Checking over here from Eyes on the Sky. Checking in on this side from work. Look at you, dude. Crushing all the YouTube vertical streams. Well done, sir. Can't stick around for too long. It's one of my favorites, though. Yeah, buddy, I know. I thought of you when I played it. Absolutely. Well, hey, good to see you, Eyes. Indeed. Awesome. Thank you much for the subscription as well, friends. All right, folks, let's keep things rocking and rolling. We're here to play your tunes, and we're here to dial in your mood, dial in your vibes. What can we play for you tonight? That is what we all are about here at Mos EB Cantina. Choosing our adventures together, one song request at a time. Oh my gosh, is that really what's coming up right now? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hold on here, let's check in here. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's do this. Let's go on. Tell me I did it right, Bear Code. Awesome. You did it great. I'm killing it. Awesome. All right, coming up next, we've got for Killer 05 a little Star Wars, dude. We just did the Star Wars medley for the first time in like forever, dude, the other day. Let's see if it's coming up right. There, yep, cool. Awesome. Yeah, we just did for the, like, we hadn't done it forever, Killer 05. And then all of a sudden, like, we had the request, and now we've got it back to back, bro. Like 2 requests for it, like, in like a week. That like never happens, man. Ooh, that is fun. That's a fun idea. I like that. We won't do that tonight, though. But all right, cool. All right, let's do this. All right, beautiful. Start. There. All right, cool. Awesome. All right, we got requests in the queue right now, folks, for Not in My Ambulance. A request for Creep and for Ladyberry. What time is it? How are we doing? Okay, cool. This is the last call for Request to Hall. So at the end of this medley, and it's going to be the Star Wars one is a fairly decent length one. So make sure you get your request in while the getting is good, my friends. There we go. Awesome. Be sure you get the request in while the requesting is good. This will be at the end of this song, at the end of this medley. We're going to be closing out the queue. So if there's something you'd like to hear, you're kind of been on the fence, you just let us know, my friends. We'd be happy to get it in. If you're having any kind of questions or need any kind of assistance in getting a request in, you just let us know in our chat. Whatever platform you're on or mods are watching, they'll be happy to help you out. No, it's I got you, mods. It's I'm seeing it over here. They're resetting now. It's just one of those things. We've got one. They got the vert screens back on. I think we should be okay on the rest of it. Doing some configs. I'll give you guys more of the scoop on it later on tonight once we're wrapped up. But thank you for letting me know. Should be good now. Yep. At least on the vert. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. We'll keep going. All right, let's go to see if it resets. I'm a little nervous to try and do that. Let's go ahead and just keep rocking. See how it goes. All right, let's do it. We're looking at welcome in John. Must have missed you. Sorry, bro. Oh, no worries, buddy. All right, Captain. Here we go with a little Star Wars. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, guys. Could be more apt of a medley to choose than this one right here for you. Hope you enjoy it. This is Little John Williams. force be with you. Always. Reach out with your feelings. These are the requests you're looking for. Oh man, by request for Killer 05. I mean, if you're trying to get in my good graces, maybe request Star Wars. I don't know. Do I like Star Wars thematically? I don't know. Maybe a little bit. First album like I ever truly owned. Like when I was like 4, dude. Right there. There it is. Star Wars. From the original soundtrack, which is bigger than like the tread on my shoe. It's completely unplayable, but it got played back in the day. So many times. So many times. Indeed. Thank you for the update on that, Paracoda. Thank you. Those are indeed the droids I'm looking. Yeah, me too. Like we found them. Like, but we're allowed because we're buds. We're pals, right? Welcome in to Paul Ball 49. Welcome. Now this is pod racing. Welcome in, my friend. Let us know that we can play for you, Paul Ball. By the way, and Paul Ball, just, if you missed it, that was actually our last call for Request a Haul. So if you did not get one in and you would like to, especially as a new first-time chatter, we would love to have you put in a request to sneak it in there on the queue, all right? We'll throw it in there at the end. And thanks for hanging out with us here at EB Lounge with our Piano Lounge request-driven stream tonight. Indeed. EB's only sort of into Star Wars, not sure why he's got 2 lightsabers on his wall and a Mando helmet. It's like, man. He's like, fair weather fan, Indeed. Oh my gosh. Keeler 05 Jr. loves it. Woot woot. Awesome. Thank you as well for Paul Ball as well. Not my ambulance. Thank you, my friend. I can tell indeed the force is strong in this one. Thank you. I'm still just a Padawan. Nice. Awesome. Friends, welcome in. It's great to have so many fellow Galaxy Far, Far Away enthusiasts. Indeed. In the house. Indeed. Coming up for Lady Berry, this one goes out to my husband. Love him. A little request for the Hubs, the Hubmeister. Excellent. We haven't done this one in a while. We've only had it in not very long since the new live action came out. And we added that in. It's like, we should put that in there. So we did. For sure, he's awesome. And if you have not seen the live action, man, I thought it was super cool. It's obvious. It's pretty much the same story as the animated, which I love the animated films. There wasn't any real surprises per se. There's a fun little twist they did here and there. But I gotta tell you, man, just watching the scenes with Toothless and Flynn, it was just, oh my gosh. The training, like with test flights, right? Oh my gosh, so good. It's just so cool. Yeah, Paul Ball says we have the queue closed. If you find one, just type it in manually in chat and mods will be happy to add it for you. Absolutely. You got it, my man. Absolutely. Absolutamente. We'd be glad to do that for you. Thank you, Perico. Thanks for handling it, guys. Thanks for making our new friend feel welcome. Our fellow lounge listener. Keeler 05 passed along to Keeler 05 Jr. that, if they keep training, they can become a Jedi Knight like their father before them. Cool. How about that? Awesome. All right, friends, we're going to keep things rolling. We got some great requests in the queue as we closed it out. And we've got, Not in My Ambulance. We've got another one for Creep. And coming up next, Test Flight for Ladyberry. Hope you enjoy this, my friend. Thanks again for hanging out. Good tune. Love it. Little John Powell. You know, I don't know about you, but every time I play that song, I just want to go ride a dragon. I don't know. I just kind of it's just kind of the feels. That's kind of the feels I get from that one. I don't know why. It's weird. It's like I feel like maybe go fly a dragon, like ride the dragon. Just saying. Such a great tune. By request for Ladyberry for the shout out for the Ladyberry hubs, the main squeeze. Hope you enjoyed that, my friend. Hope that he did as well. Indeed, indeed. We got you, Ladyberry. Great Balls of Fire. That one's not on the list. Unless you were looking for him to do live learn. Sorry, didn't know. No worries, my buddy. Said ever giving you a ride. You know what? Maybe. I should have a prepared answer for that. I'm gonna say, Sid is a ride. Sid is a whole ride and experience unto Sid. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, taking a look there, I think Sid could give me an effective ride, right? I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Lady Bear says, it was gorgeous. Oh, thanks, my friend. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. Sid made you sign an NDA. Like, dude, man, if you tell everybody I gave you a ride, then everybody else is gonna be like, well, why can't I have a ride? I mean, are we friends? Are we friends or not? And then it's gonna be like nonstop. Everybody's gonna want to ride the dragon, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna get a single moment's rest. I won't be able to hang out, listen, make all my requests. I won't be listening to my jazz, my Charlie Mingus. I gotta get my Charlie Mingus, man. I'm just saying, and my Ornette Coleman. Otherwise, you're gonna have one grouchy jazz dragon. Just saying. So, no rides. No ride for anybody. But jazz hands all day. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Friends, welcome in. I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge. This is Mos EB Cantina. The queue is officially closed. So, we'll be playing out the requests that we've got in the queue. Paul, if you figure something out that you'd like to hear from the list, you just let us know, buddy. We'll hook you up, okay? Alright, that was for Lady Berry Test Flight from, of course, How to Train Your Dragon. Toothless. Toothless is so awesome. I love me some Toothless. Coming up next, we've got for Radiohead some Creep. Man, if y'all did not see the impromptu live stream that I did with Mickey P a week ago from Thursday, she did a version of Creep that's going to be dropping this week as we lead up to our very first performance, official EB plus Mickey P. That's going to be on Monday, September 22nd. Mark the calendars. Or follow us on Discord. Or follow us on YouTube, because we're going to be posting all things every week when we have a show that's coming up live streams now. We're posting things much more regularly in terms of like actually being able to schedule so you can see when the live streams are coming up. It's a really cool feature they have. I really didn't know it that well and learned it more recently. I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of awesome. Let me schedule this out on YouTube. So either Discord or YouTube or Twitch, we've got all the things out there. Check us out, follow us there, subscribe there, and you can see when we have our shows coming up. Coming up, Mickey P. And boy, we're going to be dropping the single of the video she performed of that song, Creep. Whew, man, it was good. And all those tunes that we did at that impromptu set were impromptu. We didn't rehearse any of that stuff. I never played any of those songs with her and vice versa. Yeah, it was, wow. She did a great job. So, looking forward to having her back here in the Mos EB Cantina studio for sure. This one coming up next, a little Radiohead. Welcome in to Ethan Levin as well. Ethan Levin, appreciate you coming in. Thanks for hanging out with us over in the YouTube universe. You got it, Paul. Oh, nice one, Paul. Good request, buddy. We'll definitely get that in before we close tonight. Thanks for being here. All right, let's do some Radiohead, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm EB. You're in the EB Lounge. This is Mos EB Cantina with Creeps Radiohead. Radiohead's Creep by request. Hope you enjoyed that, friends. I am EB. You are in the EB Lounge. Watch this week for the drop of that from the live stream we did a couple weeks back. EB and Mickey P. It's a good one. We'll be putting that single out probably later on, probably midweek, probably or so. Great tune. Such a great song. Indeed. For surezies. Put it in time. You know, right? If only we could. Indeed, Lady Berry. I wish we could. For sure. There'd be a lot of Spectrum streams be putting in timeout. For sure. Indeed. Jimbo Keeler 05 would be putting Spieler in perpetual and would be putting Spectrum in timeout for perpetuity, I think. Indeed. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Keeler 05. Thank you, Lady Berry. Thank you, friends. Thank you, My Ambulance. Thank you, friends. Awesome. All right, cool people. We are rock and rolling through these requests tonight. I'm having a ton of fun playing them for you. I hope you're having as much fun as I am playing them as listening to them. This is, of course, Mos EB Cantina, our Piano Lounge request-driven stream, and we've got a whole bunch still left in the queue. We're going to just finish up some Creep. Coming up next for Not in My Ambulance, Little Floyd. You know, I gotta tell you that in My Ambulance. So, Pink Floyd, and in fact, this song in specific, is one of my all-time favorite tunes by Pink Floyd. It's one of my all-time favorite 70s rock tunes. It is also the very first copyright strike I ever got. Hopefully the only copyright strike I ever get with YouTube. We get so many, as a Piano Lounge stream, we get so many claimants that are actually bogus claims. They assign themselves to performances when they just tag on. And sometimes when you're going through and disputing the claims for the content ID claims, you know, you have to be, I learned, like, whoa, you gotta be really careful because they assign multiple publishers at different times. So you can get hit for one thing and cool, and you not get hit for another one, and then get hit for that again, but they add additional publishers, and I didn't realize that. So I looked through it, and I'm like, oh yeah, these guys are bogus. And I went through, and didn't realize as I was thinking through, it was like, okay, cool, I know that these guys are fake, and they did it, and they went through and said, no, we were holding on a claim. Like, that's not accurate. And I went through and didn't catch the fact that Pink Floyd Publishing had actually added to the song Wish You Were Here. Like, whoops, I better pay better attention. Because they're actually the legit, they were one of like 12 that were attached to it. They are the legitimate publisher, but it was buried within a whole mix of a whole bunch of whoopsies. So, yeah. Whoopsies. Oh, one of my favorite to play the guitar. That is one of the few songs I can fake kind of okay because I learned it upside down and backwards to teach my brother. He'd ask me, hey, can you like chart out Wish You Were Here for me? I was like, okay. So like one day I spent trying to figure it out. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It is a great, yes, one of my favorites to play on guitar. I did not know you were a guitar player as well, my friend. That's cool. I am not a guitar player, but I fake really badly this one song and like maybe one other. Yes, because it's so cool, and it's so cool on guitar. It's so great on guitar. It's awesome. So much props to you on that as well, for sure. All right, friends, can we go get that dialed in, guys? Can we get that pulled up? Mods with the next tune. Wish You Were Here for Not My Ambulance. That'd be great. You play a few instruments. What's your favorite one to play? Not in My Ambulance. You play a few instruments. What's your favorite one? What would be your principal, as they call it, principal instrument in school? Your main axe. I play piano, and that's it. And people go, well, you sing too. I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, this is why I always tell people, and they're like, well, do you sing too? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I do. I mean, you know, here's my gold standard with that. Like, people hire me to play piano. Sometimes that involves singing. It's never the other way around. Right? It's like, okay, well, yeah, if you can just sing, that's fine too. Learn drums first. Oh, nice. Trumpet, guitar, and self-taught a little piano. Look at you. Rockin'. That's awesome, dude. Very cool. Well, next time you're down in KC, you want to sit in, you let me know, my friend. I feel like, are you East Coast or West Coast? I'm trying to remember where you're based. But anytime you're driving through, America, like, man, I need to stop off and get some barbecue. maybe get some gas, you know, at a Buc-ee's or something, we got you. East. Cool. Well, anytime you're driving to California, we are the most geocentric city literally in the United States. So, yeah. Stop on by. Say hey. Right? You know a guy for barbecue? I do! That Killer 05. He makes some killer barbecue. But we'd have to get you out your smoker and all that kind of stuff. We'd probably just take them to Joe's. Ooh! Here, for all you KC fans or KC travelers, favorite barbecue joint. What's your go-to? If you could only pick one for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm curious now. Ooh, I really want to hear from Lady Berry and from Killer 05 on that. While you guys debate, I'm going to just wish all the barbecue were right here. And I'm going to play the song thematically, too. This will be the theme song for all the KC barbecue. How about that? Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. And on that note, right there, let's do some Pink Floyd for Not in My Ambulance. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Wish You Were Here. By request for Not in My Ambulance. Pink Floyd's Classic. Shine On You Crazy Diamond parts 1 through 78 and Wish You Were Here. Syd Barrett tribute album right there. Great tune. Great tune. One of the best, in my opinion, one of the best songs, top 20 in the world of 70s rock. For sure. Just such a great tune. Man, so good. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for the request. I love playing that song. I love playing Floyd in general. Floyd, I don't know, something very viscerally enjoyable when I play Pink Floyd on piano. I don't know what it is. Like, Pink Floyd is not one of my number 3, like top 3 all time. They're like probably in my top 10, like for a lot of the stuff. And I have a certain selection. Like, I'm a huge fan of The Wall. I have a few other choice songs, but I just freaking love them. I don't love all their albums, right? But like, love The Wall. Like, I watched The Wall way too many times as a teenager. But just like loves but Wish You Were Here and a few other tunes like Time, Money, stuff like that. Oh, it's just so good, so good. I freaking love so many of the songs on The Wall. It's just so good. Floyd flows, baby. Floyd flows. The Floyd flows. There it is. Said very well, my friend, indeed. From Lady Berry, Twitch very specifically does not want to work in certain rooms in my house. I do not understand. You know, we're gonna have a little discussion with your house. I'm watching the show Welcome to Wrexham right now, and I'm loving it by recommendation from Sad DM Noises. He recommends the best stuff to me, and I get so mad at him because he gives me such great stuff to watch that has like 4 seasons or like 40, 50 episodes. Like, oh man, now I'm gonna like go down the rabbit hole because I'm such a completionist. I'm like, I just gotta get caught up now because it's so good. I gotta see it all. But yeah, he knows what I like for sure. And but I mention it because in the show, one of the episodes, it won't be much of a spoiler for anything. It just, one of the priests in town also happens to like moonlight as an exorcist. Like literally one of the priests in town gets hired out for exorcisms. I'm like, hey, there you go. Nice side hustle. Is that a side hustle or is that part of the regular job? It's like, are you a specialist? I mean, I had so many questions after hearing that on that episode, and they just stayed on it. It's literally, they titled one of the episodes. It's like the blah, 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 and the Exorcist. I'm like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and and I'm like, I need to know more about this. I need a deep dive on that. Right? Like, yeah, no, like, legit. Like, I just did one actually yesterday afternoon. I'm like, what? Okay, gotcha. Thank you as well, hanging out. We had some JW hanging out with us. Thank you much, JW, for hanging out with us here in the YouTube universe. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Awesome, friends. Oh my goodness. All right, we are coming up, I believe, to our last request here in the queue. Last one for the night for Paul Ball. Welcome in, Paul Ball, again. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, being one of our new folks hanging out. New fully christened lounge lizard. Hope you enjoy this, my friend. Indeed. Oh, go back. Let me circle back to the barbecue before I play the last tune for sure. Let's get that dialed in. All right, Killer 5. Joe's is good all around. Lady Bear says Joe's barbecue. If you had to pick one, yeah, I mean, it is. It's solid A in every category, I think, with some definite A pluses. You know, Joe's is just, it delivers. Every time I go, I have not had a bad meal at Joe's. Q39, you know, I don't know if I've actually eaten at Q39. I need to check out Q39. I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever been there. For sure. Yeah, so many others are good. Yes, you have to say that as a true Kansas City, and you just have to say that. I know. Gonna hit a new one this Friday. Harp Barbecue had great reviews. Ooh, let me know how that is. Killer 5, let me know. Absolutely, I'm forgetting the name of a couple. Yeah, I know. Like, just, you know, there's so many great ones. But yeah, I think for consistency of just always like, this is delicious. I actually have I literally have in my seasonings, I have a Joe's barbecue meat seasoning. That stuff, that is like the jam. That is like the secret sauce right there. If you've not used it, guys, get it at like a Hy-Vee or something. That's like, oh man, it's so good. Bad barbecue doesn't surprise. Doesn't survive. There you go. Yes, got it. That makes way more sense. Indeed. Joe's is solid. Q39 is Killer Ends. Good to know. Cool. Awesome. From Not in Miami, let's hear Stream by Midnight. Oh, thanks, my friend. I'm really glad to hear that. That, you know, we that's what we shoot for, and especially for our longtime lounge lizards. Glad to do it. Glad to dial it in when we can for you, my friend. I've been on the other end of those for streams, hanging out with just stream nights. Yeah, where they just crush it right when I need it. You know, it's pretty cool. So glad to hear we can do that for you. That's awesome. All right, my friends, we got some evangelists coming up. Paul Ball 49, dialing in the Chariots of Fire. Run, Forrest. Wait, wrong movie. Thanks again for being here. We're going to be streaming again this Thursday. So come hang out with us at the next Mos EB Cantina after this one. If you're part of the Twitch Cosmos, please stick around. We're going to go ahead and wrap up and raid out of here and hang out with some cool other Twitch streamers. Give them some EB Lounge love and encouragement and support. So please stick around if you can. If you need a bolt, we certainly understand. But if you can hang out, even give them a bump in the algorithm, the hallowed algorithm of Twitch, I'm sure they greatly appreciate it. This is one of the very first sheet musics I got to study when I was like in 4th grade or 5th grade or whatever when the movie came out. My teacher was like, just started, like, I should teach something other than Bach and Mozart and really boring lesson books. Let's get some sheet music from the local store. And this is one of them that I was able to learn. It's one of the very first ones. Brings back happy memories for me, so thank you, Paul Ball, for the request on it. I hope you enjoy, friends. This is our final tune for the night. This is Evangelist, Chariots of Fire, by request for Paul Ball. Thanks again for being here. I hope you have a great week. Yeah, man. One of my favorite montage songs. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yes. What a perfect. Yes. Yeah. 100%. Great niche description of that. One of my favorite montage. Yes, indeed. This is a great one too. Not my endless indeed. Thank you, Lady Berry. Thank you, my friends. Such a great tune, friends. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Please stick around as we go and wrap up and raid out. If you're part of the Twitch Cosmos, if you're part of the YouTube universe, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight as well. What a delight playing for y'all tonight. Hope you had a great time. Let's go crush this week together, shall we? This is Season 3. We are officially in Season 3 of EB Lounge. We've got so many cool things coming up. We're building some stuff behind the scenes as well. But yeah, we've got a whole new stream. We've never done this before, where we have guest performers here in the studio. We do our Storytime, our first Storytime stream. It's coming up in October 22nd. There it is. I haven't announced the performer yet, but I'll announce the date. How about that? October 22nd, our very first Storytime collab live stream coming up real soon. So put that on your calendars. We'll be watching for the drop. Oh man, it's a return guest too. I'll tell you that much. It's a return guest kicking off our opening. One of my favorite of the return of the guests of last season. They are so good, and they got a special guest joining them as well. It's super cool. So it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, Mickey P's coming in September 22nd. We're gonna keep rocking these Piano Lounge streams, Mos EB Cantina. But we're gonna do some cool, fun, new things with those as well. So be watching, hang out. Things like, you know, lightsabers and stuff. I'm just saying. Let's see who's online, folks. Let's see who's streaming, doing their thing. Amazing as always. Thanks so much, my friend. Thank you, Paracota. Thank you, Lady Berry. All right, who's doing their thing, guys? Who should we go wrap up and raid out to? Oh, fabulous. Okay, cool. Awesome. Nice. You know, they do not stream that often, and they came out and hung out with us a while back. Prog Rock Piano Bar. Since we were crushing some Pink Floyd, what we're doing, I feel like we've did like a couple of the prog rock sort of genre tonight. Let's keep it going with Prog Rock Piano Bar. Prog, P-R-O-G, Rock, R-O-C-K, Piano Bar, all one word. Go hang out with them tonight. Let me go ahead and get that dialed in. Yeah, he's doing his thing. Let's go hang out with Prog Rock Piano Bar tonight. Go ahead and copy the raid call that's in our chat. Say hi, hang out with them. He is rocking away. Great musician, great player. He's a lot of fun too. So, he's doing a Billy Joel stream live from Long Island. Oh my gosh, we definitely got to go hang out tonight. So, folks, let me go get set up with there. I think I'm set here. Give me just one more minute, and we'll hopefully see you over there. Have a great week, friends. Take care. And if you get a chance, when you think about it, ask somebody, how can I help this week? Be somebody's hero this week. Somebody who might need a little extra love, a little extra TLC. That's Season 3's theme. Be the hero. I'm trying to make a personal commitment myself each day. Starting off asking myself that question: how can I help somebody today? I can't make the world a better place, but I can make my sphere hopefully a little better for somebody else. Let's do it together, yeah? All right, let's get set up here. All right, cool people. We'll see you over there. Have a great week. Hope to see you again real soon. I'm EB. This is EB Lounge. Take care.
Raiders, welcome Raiders, EB Lounge. Welcome in. How was your stream? Hello, Lady Berry. Are you related to Halle Berry? Fred Berry? Paradosia.